champ. We back with it. Let's get it. Hey, so today is a chest and tricep day, but we gonna really focus on triceps today. I kind of already did chest today. The chest day that I did do was the chest day from my previous video, and it's up here, somewhere up here. But that's the one that me and Steve did. I went through the same exact chest day, but I didn't show y'all what I did as far as triceps. And then my partner hit me up the other day and said that he's been doing tricep workouts, but his elbow's been hurting. He's been feeling like aches in his elbows. And that's something that I've experienced too as well. But what I ended up figuring out was that the reason that my elbows was hurting because I was doing like skull crushers, which I call them brain crushers, and I was doing like exercises with dumbbells. So what I ended up doing was I went ahead and stuck to cables. Before we get into what I do for triceps, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the correct way of how I learned how to do skull crushers, and so that y'all can protect your elbows. And I don't use a straight bar, I use dumbbells only. When you're doing these skull crushers, a mistake that I was actually doing, because I actually had to ask somebody and so I could fix the mistake. So what I was doing at first was, my elbows was basically even with my shoulders. And then I was coming back, and then I was coming up. So that's putting a lot of torque on your triceps. So what OG told me to do was, instead of my elbows being even with my shoulders, bring them up to my eyes, my eye level. So my elbows are even with my eyes right now, and then come up. And that's gonna put more tension on the tricep and less tension on your elbows. But as I told y'all before, I don't really like doing the dumbbells. I've always just done cables because after my elbows was hurting from doing the dumbbells, I just never really went back to it. I don't like doing the behind the head. I don't like doing none of that. So in this video, champ, what we gonna be doing, instead of using the dumbbells, we gonna do what I normally do, which is I use the cables. And the cables is way better. You can get more reps in. It's less tension on the elbows. And there's certain techniques that I'm gonna show y'all that I personally use to get my triceps to look crazy. So ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get to it. The first exercise that I hit, I always hit the V-bar. And with the cables, you don't gotta go super heavy. Go heavy, but don't go like crazy heavy, because my rep range normally is like 15 to 20 reps. So I have my palms open, my hands fully open, extended. So it's kind of like on my wrist. And then I want to keep the cable vertical to the ground. I push out. I don't push towards my body. I push out. Come up to my sternum level, and then I push down. And then I squeeze. My elbows are tucked. Sometimes I might even kind of have my knuckles folded a little bit versus having my fingers out. So I come down, one. I try to keep my chest up and my shoulders rolled back, and so I'm not putting that front delt into the tricep workout, because I only want to hit my triceps. So then another thing that I do is I still keep my hands open. I'm still keeping the cable vertical to the ground. I'm still keeping my shoulders rolled back, and I'm still keeping my chest up. So when I'm doing it, I do 5 reps, and then on the 5th rep, I hold it for 10 seconds, and then do another 5 reps, and keep doing that until I get to 20. So I come down, 1, 2, and I'm squeezing every time I come down. 4, I think I did 5. Then I hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I hop back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hop back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hop back into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I do it that way with the V-bar. I either do it both of those ways. I either just go straight and I do it. I always have my hands open. I don't never really grip it. Because remember, I always tell y'all, like when you gripping the bar, you adding your forearm into it and you adding all these other different muscles into the workout. So try to use less grip whenever you're doing the exercises. And that's what I do. That's how I be getting the best results for myself. So hopefully it works for y'all too. But let's get to the next cable. So now, instead of doing like the skull crushes like I showed y'all previously, I like to do the rope. And the reason I like the ropes is because it's more of a natural movement. And so you can put less stress and torque on your elbow. So what I do is, sometimes I lean, sometimes like, if the weight too heavy, or if I'm trying to go crazy with the weight, because I want to put a lot of, lift some heavy weight with this, which you're not supposed to, but I do it anyway. I lean against the bar. But if you want to engage your core and everything, just go ahead and step out away from that bar and don't lean on the bar. I step out, you want to keep your elbows at your eye level. You want to come down, but when you come down, you want to point your thumbs down to the ground. That's what I always try to do. It's kind of like I'm pouring out water. My elbows are eye level. I come down. That's 1. I'm pouring out water. 2. I'm pouring out water. 3. I'm pouring out water. 4. I'm pouring out water. 5. 10. Hey, the beat going crazy in the background. It sounds like I'm doing it to the beat for real. But you want to kind of pour out water so you could twist. It's like a twisting motion. So therefore, it's activating your tricep a lot more. So now that I'm facing y'all, go forward. My elbows, you see how my elbows are even with my eyes? And then I'm coming. Then I'm dumping out the water. Or if I want to do my thumbs, because remember I said the thumbs too, come down. Loser. We ain't no losers around here though. We some winners, because we some champs. And I do the same thing too, like how I did on the V-bar. I do the 5. I do that a lot. I do 5 reps, then I hold for the 10 seconds. I do 5 reps, I hold for the 10 seconds. I do that like real often on triceps. That's like one of my things. But try that. It's like a little strategy. Put the tension in there. It's kind of like when we did the cables. Remember, you hold for the 20 seconds, and then after you hold, after putting all that tension on there, and then you rep it out, pumping the blood in there. Using the same type of logic with that. You feel me? Another exercise that I normally do for my tricep is I do the crossbody. I don't normally use a handle for this. I just go ahead and just grab the cable. So what you do is you grab the cable, crossbody, and you just come down. Come up, come down. And what you want to do is you kind of want to point to the ground. You don't honestly got to point to the ground, but point your knuckle to the ground, like your index finger knuckle to the ground. That's what I'm thinking about in my head when I do this exercise. So I start from my left pec, and then I come down. I'm keeping my chest up and my shoulder roll back the whole entire time. This is another exercise I do. And remember, I use that same method. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hold 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how my tricep going crazy? I ain't gonna lie though, I'm gonna stop because it burned. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch arms. All right, so now that we got a fresher arm, the crazy thing is you don't need that much weight because look, this is only 20 pounds and tricep is busting, you know what I'm saying? It's about the reps with cables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another thing is too, like when you're doing exercise like this, Like as y'all can kind of peep what song is on, just do it to the beat. Focus, close your eyes, because how you grow is you got to go through the pain. So once you start feeling the pain, the reps that you do after you start feeling that pain is what's going to really make your arms grow, or what's going to make your body grow in general with any exercise that you do. So just close your eyes and just focus on whatever song I'm playing. You feel me? But we'll go ahead and get to the kickbacks now. But I do those 3 exercises. But now we'll go to one of these where we do the cable rolls at to show you the kickbacks. Because kickbacks, that's something my uncle put me on. And that's like, I do kickbacks like often. And that helps a lot as far as like your bench. It's gonna get your bench up. So get a lot of other exercises that you do for your chest. You'll be able to get that weight up. You feel me? So let's get it. All right, champ. So now we finna do the kickback. So with the kickbacks, you just wanna make sure that your elbow is locked to your side. So these are called kickbacks. And you want your elbow in a fixed position. You don't wanna come forward. Now you're working your lats. You want your elbow in a fixed position and then just come back. This one, I don't do the 5s. So I don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then hold for 10 seconds. I just go ahead and knock out like 15 reps on both sides. So then I switch it. Again, I don't use an attachment on this. I just go ahead and just grab the cable. You can use an attachment, but you don't get the same feeling. You get a better feeling because you can kind of flick your wrist a lot more when you use the cable. When you come back, flick that wrist up. Don't leave your wrist out. Flick that wrist up so you can really flex that tricep. So I'm keeping my tricep flexed the whole entire time. My elbows in a fixed position the entire time. You can even bring it all the way up to stretch the tricep head and then come back. You come all the way up, or you can do short bursts. You can do either one. My uncle, who taught me how to do this, he likes to bring his arm up as far as he can, kind of like you're doing a bicep curl, and then come back and twist out. He comes all the way up, and you get a better stretch with that. But I like to do the short burst. So I come right here, and then I come to my waist area, and then I come back just to keep tension on there the whole entire time. You could do it either way. I do it both ways sometimes. Sometimes I do it to where I have a full stretch, and sometimes I do it just so I can keep tension on the muscle. But either way, it's gonna work. Switch it up if you want to. That's the end of the video. Make sure that y'all protect y'all joints. Make sure that y'all stretching, y'all warming up properly, and then make sure that y'all doing y'all push-ups, because push-ups can help too with that elbow pain, to prevent that elbow pain. It's really just strengthening all the muscles around the elbow, so work on your forearm too. Do some forearm exercises. If y'all need some advice on the forearm exercises that I do, comment below and let me know. And make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And let's get to it. Catch y'all in the next video. Let's get it.